Welcome back to Elements in Focus. I'm Grant Soliven. With me always, the Director of Financial Planning, Aaron Rheaume. Aaron, so good to have you here, my friend. How are you doing today?
I am very well, Grant. It's always a pleasure and a joy to do these videos with you. Never a dull moment, and you're always smiling.
That's true. We try to make them fun, and you know what? My uncle always used to say, if you're 6 feet above the grass, you're always having a good day. So grateful to have you here. And we're getting into one of our favorite topics today, so we'll kind of dive right into that. And for those of you who are new to the show, Elements in Focus, it's really just supposed to be a snack bite bit of information for you. And where Aaron and I take a single critical element from our five critical elements that is trademarked, and we go through and dissect some key pieces or key golden nuggets that you can take with you and use for planning. And today, we're going to talk about tax planning, and the deeper conversation is going to be Roth conversions and market volatility. Oftentimes, you've heard us talk about doing Roth conversions, waiting till year end, waiting to understand income, right? And when we're talking to a broad audience, you have to understand, you can't get into the nitty gritty and specifics. And although we try not to make things cookie cutter, because you can't, every situation is specific to a family or person, right? This is one of those elements where it's like, okay, when you have market volatility and a situation's ripe and it works, consider doing Roth conversions in market volatile situations, right? We hear all the time, when there's blood in the streets, invest, right? And I don't mean that maliciously, facetiously, or out of context, right? I understand there's a war going on, so if that offended anybody, I do apologize. It's just the saying of investing. And so when that's the case, right, it's time to buy. That also can be the case for tax planning. So, Aaron, when we're looking at this, right, how would you guide a family through this, and what are some important elements you're walking them through when making this decision?
Great question, Grant. And it really boils back down to one of the things that you said is when we walk someone through this, it's not a cookie cutter approach. Everybody's situation is unique. You have different income levels, you have different beneficiaries. But when we do get into times of market volatility, a lot of people sit and potentially say, okay, what's happening to the investments? They're continuing to go down, starting to get scared. But when, as you mentioned, there are opportune times that you can take advantage of this market volatility, and that is a time to do a Roth conversion. And so, if we were to have a sit down meeting, first thing we would do is review your 2021 tax return, look at dividends, interest, capital gains, income from wages, businesses, look everything over with a fine tooth comb, then start to estimate if 2021 or 2022 is going to be similar to 2021 from an income standpoint. If it is, what we would do is figure out how much room we have in your marginal bracket. Marginal is the brackets that are 10, 12, 22, all the way up to 37%. We want to
Mhm.
make sure where you're going to fall in that marginal bracket. Once we understand where you fall, we try to figure out if there's room to do a conversion inside of that marginal bracket. Now, if we do this during market volatility, at the time of this recording is March, and we are in market volatility, we may only do a certain amount of conversion, Grant. We may do
Mhm.
half of a conversion, wait to see what the market does prior to year end, make sure if there's any income changes or things that are unforeseen that we don't go over that marginal bracket. It's not an end all be all. It's not a, hey, this is a detrimental thing, but we're trying to maximize that marginal bracket as much as possible. And so by doing a portion of that conversion, um, in each situation again is different, so we would review that with you, but just maybe do a portion now and then wait till the end of the year to do another bit of it, because you can't recharacterize and send those or conversions back to the IRA like you have been able to in the past, and they are permanent.
And Aaron, very well said, because and I hope you guys focused in on a couple things that Aaron said there, right? This is an all-in thing, right? You're going to have to do this strategically, surgically. It's only a quarter or half the conversion. And the other element is why? Why would you do a conversion with market volatility? Why? That doesn't make sense, right? No, it does, because remember, when you're transitioning money, the more you send over to the Roth IRA in a down market, the market has a long-term potential to rebound. And so you're sending that money over at a discount, just like you would buy at a discount when you're investing. So lots of good opportunity. If you're wanting to engage in this conversation to go deeper, please contact your advisor. Or if you're new to our team or you don't know our team, please reach out to us. 800-928-4001. We're more than happy to schedule a complimentary meeting with you. Brittany will be on the other line and she'll get you set up with one of our qualified team members to have this conversation. Also, if you have questions, send us a message. Talk to feg@yourlifeafterwork.com. We'd love to analyze the situation with you and engage. So if you're looking for more content and you're wanting to dive deeper into some of the stuff that our group produces, there's our radio show, Consider This Program, and it can be heard on Saturday mornings on some of the radio stations below. And if you're the type of person who likes podcasting because you want to do it on your own time, that's totally great. We're at every podcasting service near you, and it's listed below as well. So we appreciate you joining us. Aaron, thank you as always for the brilliant commentary. And we look forward to seeing you in the next one. Have a great day.